In the shade of an old oak tree, I carved our names so wild and free, under skies too vast to claim, by the porch where the lilies came. Your scarf danced with a prairie wind in that dusty town where my dreams thinned, and the cabin stood on the weeping bend where our summer love was supposed to mend. Hollow heart, listen to the crackle of leaves, saddles and memories bound by silent thieves. Every sunset bleeds a little of your light as the shadows steal the edges of the night. Now the oak tree's grown, the name's barely seen. The porch gave way like those visions in between. Gravel roads lead to towns with no cheer, and the cabin's empty, echoing what's no longer here. Rain taps on the window like your fingers drumming soft, each droplet a reminder of what we've lost. Hollow heart, listen to the crackle of leaves, saddles and memories swept away in silent grief. Every sunset bleeds a little of your light, and I'm just a shadow lost to the night. Was it the wanderer, or the stain that tore us apart, or the quiet of a promise breaking slowly in the dark? Echoes of your laughter, they haunt the dusty trails where my hollow heart will listen as all else failed. Hollow heart, listen. Oh, how it hurt, the unspoken goodbyes in the absence of words. Every sunset steals a piece of my mind as I let go your hand into the fading light.
Underneath the pine where the sky lays claim, we carved our names. The wind speaks them still. By that old creek bend where the water ran, you laughed so free, your scarf caught in the chill. Oh, how that pine tree sank, roots deep in the past, where our echoes lay on the summer's breath. Now I ride through whispers of the grass, haunted by the sunset's crimson death. Years fell away like leaves from the oak our cabin stands, but it's a shadow's dwell. I pass by trails where our laughter spoke, and just dusty roads with tales they yearn to tell. Oh, how that pine tree sank, roots lost in sorrow, holding the weight where my heart once lay. passing day borrows from tomorrow, yet still I roam where you and dreams fray. On that old porch, the wood worn by time, I see us dancing, shadows in the rain. The stars above, witnesses to our prime, now just flickers, light in the pain. Oh, how that pine tree sank under weight of skies, love's deep imprint on the earth we trod. I whisper goodbye as another sunset dies. In the lonely vast I talk to God, where the heart finds its rest beneath the sod. I ain't the kind to beg or stay. If the fire dies, I ride away. I gave you love like open land, but you wanted fences, not a man. I lit your sky with cowboy dreams. You tried to cage my wild, it seems, but hearts like mine don't wear no chain. We burn, we bleed, but never tame. I ain't born to break. Don't mistake my silence for shame. I'd rather lose than fade. This soul ain't built for blame. If you wanted someone to change, you should have found a different name. I'm not yours to bend or take. Darling, I ain't born to break. You kissed me like you meant goodbye, and thought I'd crawl too numb to try. But girl, I come from thunder roads, where pride runs deep and rivers know that freedom cost a heavy price. But I'll pay twice before I lie. So keep your tears and clever lines. I'll keep my boots, my smoke, my spine. Mistake my heart for weak. I've walked through worse than this, with whiskey dust on both my cheeks. If you wanted easy wins, go find a man who lives in skin that don't scar or crack or shake. But me, I ain't born to break. Stand out here alone and ever bow to a love that takes more than it ever tries to make. I ain't born to break. Don't you dare confuse my pain with some weakness in my name. I got thunder in my veins. I'm the storm that rises at dawn, the last chord in your goodbye song. You left and baby, that's your state. But me, hell no, I ain't born to break. down by Piney Creek where the water bends. I found her wildflower scarf in the wind. Oak shadows lay across the old gravel road where our love once was a story told. The cabin's empty, echoes fill the room. Pale dust swirls, a dance beneath the moon. The creek echoes, oh how the waters sigh, like the heartache whispered neath the twilight sky. Every ripple tells the tale of dreams undone, underneath the weeping willow, waiting for the sun. Years roll like tumbleweeds through the plains, leaving lines on my face like the old porch in the rain. Her laughter haunts the hollows of these hills. The saddle sits untouched, the silence chills. No more the sound of footsteps on the wood, just the lonely night where her smile stood. The creek echoes, oh how the waters moan, carrying the weight of love now only I own. Every whisper in the wind, her name it seems, caught in the bittersweet trap of my dreams. Oh, but life's a shadow since she's gone away. The colors turn to gray in the blaze of day. Yet in the creek's lament I find my peace, as if her gentle whisper bids my soul release. The creek echoes, and in its mournful call I find the strength to face the dusk. After all, every sunset closes with a soft goodbye, leaving me a cowboy, the tear in my eye. The creek echoes, the creek echoes. A ballad of the past, only the heart knows. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river's been, I first saw her face in the light of dawn's ascent. The wind whispers secrets through her flowing hair, as if the heavens knew it was more than I could bear. Lonely cabin walls of memories where our laughter danced on a cold morning that died young, where we once chanced. Oh, how the lonely winds now moan, calling me back to what I've known. Underneath this endless sky I roam, with a heart that beats and a love outgrown. Cold morning died young, but the pain lingers on. In the echoes of the dusk my heart's withdrawn. The years have turned like the pages of a dusty worn out book. The trails we walked are overgrown, no second look. That old porch swing sways, creaking with my every solitary stride. Where we once sat close, now just shadows there reside. The scarf she left still smells of lilac dreams, fading like the sun sets into silent silver streams. Oh, how the lonely winds now moan, calling me back to what I've known. Underneath this endless sky I roam, with a heart that beats and a love outgrown. Cold morning died young, but the pain lingers on. In the echoes of the dusk, my heart's withdrawn. On gravel roads I wander, with her whispers in the rain. An old saddle for a companion, bearing all my pain. What's left is just a cowboy, a shadow in the dust, living on the memories of a lost and tender trust. Oh, how the lonely winds now moan, each call a memory overthrown. Beneath this boundless bleeding sky I roam, holding on to a love that's dead and gone. Cold morning died young, as all dreams must, but in the heart of a cowboy, love never turns to dust. In the hush of old oak shadows, beneath the whispering twilight sky, I recall her laughter swirling like the dust when winds were high. Barefoot steps on creaking porches echo soft as summer's breath. Every board and nail a story, every silence steeped in death. Oh, those barefoot steps stood still in time on the roads where we did roam. Now I wander through the memories in the twilight I call home. Every sunset sinks just like my heart beneath horizons turning chill. Where once we danced 'neath starlit skies, those barefoot steps stood still. Years have flown like leaves in autumn, drifting far from root and stem. Empty cabin windows staring like the eyes of lost old friends. Gravel roads that led to nowhere now lead only to the past. Scarves that smelled of sage and freedom knew too well they couldn't last. Oh, those barefoot steps stood still in time on the trails now overgrown. With her whisper in the cedar wind, I face these roads alone. Every sunset sinks just like my heart beneath horizons turning chill. Where once we loved without a care, those barefoot steps stood still. On the ridge where dawn breaks earliest, I see her silhouette sometimes. Just a fleeting shade of yesteryears crossing o'er those blurring lines. Guess I've learned that some fond remnants, like the saddle worn and old, carry weight of souls departed in the stories left untold.
So those barefoot steps stood still in time like the shadows in the dell. I wander through each whispered dream where her laugh used to dwell. As the stars peer down like watchful eyes and the night air tastes the thrill, in the quiet of the fading trails, those barefoot steps stood still. Letting go's a lonesome river, but some hearts they never will. In the silver glow of moonlit paths, those barefoot steps stood still.
Out by the edge where prairie winds play stood an old oak tree where we used to lay. Underneath its branches we carved our names in that quiet earth wrapped in golden haze. But now that oak tree's washed away by the river's wrath on a stormy day. Just like you, it slipped from my grasp. The leaves and love, both gone with the past. The porch still creaks at your memory. That old red scarf you left rests silently. Dust dances alone where we danced in tune to the songs of crickets under the crescent moon. Yes, that old tree's washed away by the river's tears and my own dismay. Just like you, it faded from sight, roots and heart buried under the night. Sometimes I wander those gravel roads where our laughter echoed easing loads. The sunset's glow reminds me of your face, a part of my soul lost without a trace. Oh, that old tree washed away like the dreams we made in the dusty fray. And here I stand where we once lay, a cowboy lost in the love that strayed. Yes, here I sing to the winds that sway, where the oak tree in my heart forever lay. Washed away. Underneath the shadow of an age-old oak, where whispers of the wild wind used to speak, there lies a gravel path where we once roamed, now just fading tracks beside the creek. You wore a scarf of blue, eyes full of dreams. We planned our lives on that old wooden porch, but time, like silent thieves, stole all but screams, left me riding alone with a flickering torch. On this timeless road now washed away, the rains came down, swallowed up our days. Your laughter's echo I chase in
changed by the year's flight, but not those little cabins where love's light burned bright. Your hand in mine seemed nothing could tear us apart. Now it's but a dusty saddle, an empty heart. The evenings when the world turned a softer hue, we'd count the stars, the future seemed so true. But town lights dimmed and so did what I thought I knew. Left wandering these trails cloaked in twilight dew. On this timeless road now washed away, the rains came down, swallowed up our days. Your laughter's echo I chase in vain, like sunsets bleeding in a sky of gray. Where did you go, my heart's refrain, on this timeless road washed away? Maybe love's a ghost town, faded and old, haunted by memories in the silence they told. I ride through the whispers where our past sleeps cold, searching for a treasure in the heart I still hold. On this timeless road forever washed away, I find you in the breeze, in the dusk's last ray. Though you're gone, my love won't sway. Echoes of you linger in the winds that fray. Where did you go, my heart, forever to say? On this timeless road, eternally washed away. And so I ride love under these weeping skies. Every sunset, every dust trail, your memory never dies. Out where the oak trees shadowed forgotten trails, I found your flannel shirt, faded, frayed at the seams. It danced on a porch rail, whispering in the gale. Ghosts of you and me stitched in its weary dreams. That shirt still lingers, like the scent of rain on dust, haunted by the sunset, painted in your rust. Every thread a memory, each tear a tale of trust, underneath the wide skies where your shadows cast. Years have rolled like thunder echoes in the plains. Towns grow silent as the stars begin to fade. Where once laughter mingled with the summer rains, now only empty cabins in the groves we lay. That shirt still lingers, like the scent of rain on dust, haunted by the sunset, painted in your rust. Every thread a memory, each tear a tale of trust, underneath the wide skies where your shadows cast. On the gravel road I wander, saddle sore and worn, each step away from you a new kind of morn. I wear your scarf against the wind, frayed and torn, looking for solace where our love was sworn.
like the scent after the storm, a whisper of the past in the fabric warm. I carry it like a cross through the lands forlorn, losing you again with each day that dawns, as the sun dips low and the night claims the vast. I feel you in the silence, in the echoes of the past. Out where the oak tree marks our story's start, under the shade where you first stole my heart, the whispering leaves, the choir of our past, still sing your name as shadows they cast. There by the creek where the wild horses roam, that old wooden porch, we once called it home. Memory lingers like dust on the trail, the sun sets but some tales never pale. Your scarf in the wind, a dance lost in time, every sunset burns your absence a crime. These gravel roads, they know my weary stride, haunted by the love I can't set aside. Now the cabin stands hollow and worn, windows like eyes shattered and torn. The laughter that filled up the dusky eve's air fades into silence, there's nobody there. Rain taps the roof in a slow rhythmic cry, as I wonder about the how, the when and the why. Memory lingers like dust on the trail, the sun sets but some tales never pale. Your scarf in the wind, the dance lost in time, every sunset burns your absence a crime. These gravel roads, they know my weary stride, haunted by the love I can't set aside. These rolling hills whisper your name, will the river's course ever be the same? With each lone star that lights the night stone, I roam this earth forever to roam. Like the scent of the rain on the saddle, the leather where once was your reign. A cowboy alone by fate's harsh decree, under vast starlit skies you're still with me. Yes, memory lingers, and I reckon it will, till the trails end and the heart lies still.
said the stars looked closer that night as we lay under paper lights. Your hand found mine without a word, and time forgot how to move forward. No promises, no plans to keep, just borrowed dreams we let run deep. We fell asleep in love, not knowing what we'd wake up from. Two hearts just passing through, but for a while mine beat for you like a whisper in a crowded song. We were right, but not for long. You liked your tea without the sugar. I liked the way you read in murmurs. The clock was kind, it let us be lost in our soft simplicity. No need to ask for more than now. We built a home inside a cloud. We fell asleep in love, like autumn leaves we rose above. Two strangers wrapped in something true, even if we always knew that some good things don't stay long. Still in that night we both belong. Now the echoes fade, but not the tune. I still hum you under the moon. Maybe we were just a song that didn't need to last too long. We fell asleep in love, no ending line, no push, no shove. No need to cry for what we missed. Some stories end with just a kiss. And if I see you down the road, I'll smile at all the love we wrote.
In the shadow of the oak by the creek, where the wildflowers grow, I found an old flannel shirt, soft and worn from the high plain snow. It whispers secrets of our youth, neath the vast Wyoming skies, where we chased the horizon on horseback, with hope in our wild eyes. The flannel shirt shut the door on the love that lives no more. Underneath the porch light fading to the night, hear the screen door's gentle creak. Feels like it's just you and me, but it's just the wind soft moan through the pines, calling me home. Now the saddles gather dust, the cabin silent and warm. Gravel roads lead to memories. In the twilight I'm torn. That scarf you left behind is frayed, like the trails we used to roam. Each thread a memory fading in the twilight of what we'd known. Flannel shirt shut the door on the life we had before. Echoes on the old wood floor, whispers of a distant shore. Hear the screen door's lonesome cry under the solemn silver sky. Once a haven, now forlorn. In the silence, I'm reborn. Rain taps on the window glass like the rhythm of your heart. Every drop a symphony of of the days now torn apart. In the stillness there I see the ghost of what could not be held. In the scent of rain, wet earth, the fortress of my solitude. So flannel shirt, shut the door, but I'll keep what I adore. In the seams your laughter stored, in the threads our love implored. With the sunset's dying light, I'll ride these lands alone tonight. The prairies wide, my heart's the guide. Past the places we reside, and I'll carry on with the dust my witness till my sorrows are gone. Like that old flannel shirt in the breeze, just sways, softly closing the door on those long lost days. Down by Harper's Creek, where the old oaks grow, we carved our names in the heart of a dusty road. The sun set through gold across your hair. The world was ours and time just stared. But the creek, it watched me leave. Oh, the creek watched me leave under a sky bleeding red melancholy dream. With my heart in your scarf tied around your sleeve, you stayed with the oaks and the creek. Watch me leave. The rain has washed away our dusty road. The cabin's empty where our laughter once flowed. The old porch swings creak with ghosts of us riding the wind. Whispered stories turn to dust. Still the creek, it watched me leave. Oh, the creek watch me leave under a sky bleeding red melancholy dreams. My heart left in that scar, now a tattered weed. You stayed with the oaks and the creek. Now I roam gravel roads under moons quite sage. Each star a teardrop, the night sky's silent grief. Love's like the river stone, smooth over time, but some edges cut deep in the creek's soft rhyme. Yes, the creek watched me leave, whispering to the wind about love and thieves. In its waters my reflection briefly cleaves. Part of me stayed while the creek watched me leave, with the echoes of hoofbeats forever to grieve. You stayed with the oaks and the creek, it watched me leave.
Beneath an old oak tree shade, I found a wagon wheel worn by the journey it made. Sitting there, I traced the spokes and saw your scarf so light, flutter like a ghost dance in the fading evening light. Oh, wagon wheel held tight in hands that now are gone, rolled us across the wild plains to dreams now overdrawn. The creek whispers your name through the willow's mournful sigh. Underneath that oak tree is where my heart lies. The cabin's now empty where your laughter filled the room. Porch is silent and dusty under melancholy's gloom. Saddlebags packed with dreams now just collect the rain. That lone gravel road won't hear you sing again. Oh, wagon wheel held tight in hands that now are gone, rolled us across the wild plains to dreams now overdrawn. The wind carries sorrow where our wildflowers used to bloom. In the heart of the empty cabin, I still wait in the gloom. The sunset burns just like the tears that I've cried. Each twilight a reminder of the love that's died. But these wandering trails, they keep calling me to roam, searching for what was lost in this vast starlit dome. Oh, wagon wheel held tight, memories etched in rust. Every spoke a story of love, life, and dust. As the night claims the sky and the stars light up like fire, I hold on to the wheel, entrapped by my heart's wire. Oh, wagon wheel held tight, rolling into the night. I'm a ghost on these plains, faded from the sight. Out where the gravel meets the old skyline, found an oak tree marking time, carved our names in that rough-hewn hide. Beneath its branches our loves did bide. Winds whispered through the leaves did dance, held her close, stole a chance. Her laughter echoed wild and free, a melody just for me. But now that oak tree burns in the fires of the past, smoldering roots and memories that last. Silent ash falls where our laughter once lay. Oh, how I miss her more each passing day. Seasons turn to scarf in the wind. That old porch knows we won't dance again. Her path led her past the county line, left me with the echoes of what was mine. Old cabin's empty, the door still sways, echoes of footsteps in better days. Horse stands ready, but my heart just yearns for the love that lived where that oak tree burns. Now that oak tree burns in the twilight's fading glow. Each ember sparks the pain only wanderers know. Stars dust the sky, but her light's what I crave, lost in the shadow of the love we gave. In the saddle I ride through the whispers of the
plains, each trail a memory, every vista spells her name. And though the dust may settle and the rains may wash clean, her smile's a ghost in every place I've been. Yes, the oak tree burns, a beacon of what's gone. In the silence of the wild, her memory still dawns. The fire may die, but my heart forever yearns for one more sunset where that oak tree burns. Oh, in dreams I see her where the oak tree burns. In the shadow of the old oak's arms, where the river sings and the valley charms, she danced the silhouette against setting suns. A memory forged where the wild creek runs, her laugh a breeze through the chapel pines, her kiss sweet as the summer winds. On the porch where the creaking swings still sigh, whispering tales neath the stormy skies. Oh, grave closed her eyes, left me dreaming alone, with the ghost of her whisper and the echo of her moan. Underneath the starlit canvas, where the lonely coyotes cry, I'm just a shadow waiting for the day when shadows die. Cabin's empty, the fire's cold, the trails we walked are overgrown, and old rain taps on the rooftops like forgotten tales, lost in the thunder of the lonesome gaze. A scarf she left still smells a wild rose, faded by the sun, frayed by the blows. Time it steals the brightest flame away, left me with the dusk, took the day. Oh, grave closed her eyes, left me dreaming alone, with the ghost of her whisper and the echo of her moan. Underneath the starlit canvas, where the lonely coyotes cry, I'm just a shadow waiting for the day when shadows die. The old oak tree I carved her name, in the heart-shaped nook still looks the same, as if the oak's aged skin and its deep dark eyes hold the secret to where the true heart lies. Yes, grave closed her eyes, now I roam dusk to dawn, a cowboy with his heart, but all his chance is gone. With each dusty sunset and each trail that fades away, she's the whisper in the valley where I'll lay down someday. Oh, grave closed her eyes, and I've been dreaming ever since, in the quiet of the ghost towns by the fence. But love, like the river, finds its way despite the lies, in the lands where even shadows dare to rise. dusty trails of sage, where the oak by the river marks the age. Once we danced under stars without no care, your laughter, a melody in the air. But the stars fade like memories worn and thin, and that cold morning wind whispers a sin. Lost love's a shadow on these plains so vast, in the heart of a cowboy nothing lasts. The cabin stands empty on the gravel road, the porch where we swore our forever code. But time's cruel hand tore your scar from my grasp. Now it's just me and the moonlight to clasp. Yes, the stars fade like memories worn and thin, and that cold morning wind whispers of sin. Lost love's a shadow on these plains so vast, in the heart of a cowboy nothing lasts. On that porch I see us in the setting sun, dreams like wild horses I never outrun. Your echo in the canyon like a rain-soaked kiss. Oh, what foolish hearts birth sorrows like this. So the stars keep fading, night's curtain drawn, and that cold morning wind keeps riding on. But the ghost of your whisper on the breeze always passed, in the heart of this cowboy some things too deep to outlast. Riding on under these skies so vast, love like the wind through my fingers it passed.
In the shadow of the oak by the creek where we met, I found your old boots, sun-faded, soaked and set. Whispers of dust on the leather worn thin, each crack a story, each stain a sin. We walk wild lands under skies so vast, in a quiet town where our love was cast. Old boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned, with each mile I roam to the days of boots burn. Now the cabin's empty, the fire's just ash and smoke. Where once we lay, now it's just shadows that I coax. The gravel roads whisper with the tales of your scarf, drifting away like a melody on a lone guitar. The porch still creaks, missing the way to your gaze, as I search the horizon, lost in in a dusty haze. Oh, boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned. With each mile I roam back to the days of boots burns. Under the infinite prairie sky I confess, in the rustle of the leaves I hear your dress. I'm a ghost in these boots, wandering worn, chasing shadows from a love long torn. Final burns, will the echo ever fade in the rain, or will her whisper in the wind remain the same? Every sunset, a reminder of the love I spurned. In the dust I'll keep walking through the days of boots burns. Yes, in the dust I'll keep walking, haunted by boots burns. Out by the old willow bend, where the creek sings low, found a scarf she left behind, now faded like my hope. Underneath that ancient oak, we carved her name so bold, now just shadows in the bark, like stories left untold. Shattered glass lingers on these dusty trails, my heart's reflection scattered with the wind it sails. Each shard a memory of laughs that filled the night, now just echoes on the breeze under the fading light. The cabin stands empty where once her laughter rang, silent as the sunset that bleeds into the plains. Her scent on the pillow, just a ghost I can't embrace. Our dreams like the gravel road, lost without a trace. Shattered glass lingers on these worn out paths, her smile a whisper that the autumn wind grabs. Every piece a moment of dances in the rain, now just shadows in my mind, love I can't reclaim. Roll past the porch where the old swing still sways, each creek a sermon on the passage of days. What's left is a heartache, riding side by side, a journey with the dust, where my tears can't hide. Carving canyons in the soul of me. One last ride as the twilight steals the sky, in the land of broken echoes where my heart lies. Hold on to the reins, let the cold wind sweep Shattered glass lingers where love was once deep.
The shadow of an oak where whispers cling to wind, I first saw her wild eyes like a storm about to begin. We shared dreams on that old porch under lanterns faint glow. Her laughter mingled with the breeze from long, long ago. Her eyes haunt the sunsets when the sky bleeds in the night. In the chill of desert's kiss, I feel her close, holding tight. From the dust trails to the creeks, under skies vast and gray, her ghost in the winds howl as I wander stray. Years sprawl like the roads I've rode, gravel loose and worn. Each town a reminder of what's lost, my heart sworn. The cabin stands empty, the door creaks with no end. The scarf she left behind, now my companion, my friend. Her eyes haunt the sunsets when the sky bleeds in the night. In the chill of desert's kiss, I feel her close, holding tight. From the dust trails to the creeks, under skies vast and gray, her ghost in the winds howl as I wander stray. Tree knew as I carved her name in its side. Rain washed away the letters like tears I've cried. But her eyes, those wild storms are etched deep within. A part of the land, the air, my sins. Her eyes haunt the sunsets, their every fading light. Every night I bed down, feeling her whisper goodnight. Though time may march on and my trails might fade, in the heart of the wilder spirit stays, never to evade. Her eyes haunt the sun's haunt.